is cool.
You're a bear.
Recording, huh?
Uh-huh. Bear. Bear, bear, bear. Bear's walking away.
You can hear the thumping of their footprints.
He's all excited for food.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to jump over that part of the fence,
Wow.
and once I jump over, you can go back on there.
That's kind of crazy, dude.
I'm going to jump over right there.
Bears.
Look at them. Look at his face.
Okay, guys, well, these are our grizzly bears. I'm not going to feed them. We used to, but it made other people think they could feed them, which is really not a good idea. Right here, showing her beautiful teeth. This is the sister, Ayla. She's 17 years old. She weighs about 650 pounds. That right there, please notice those claws. That is Harley. He is the brother, and he is 17 years old also, and about 800 pounds.
Wow.
And then over there, that's Mama Tutu. She's about 30 years old.
Wow.
She's about 450 pounds.
Look
I'm
at
going to
them.
tell you these guys' incredible story. As I said before, they fall into our troubled animal category. Well, they've been here almost their whole life. They're brother and sister. They fight like brother and sister. Mama, when these two were baby cubs, Mama was teaching them up in Yellowstone that the best place to get food was from campgrounds. Eventually, she taught them to go into a feed store and ransack the whole place. It was like, go big or go home. Well, unfortunately, that was their third strike. They were out. They were considered a danger to humans, and they had 48 hours to find a permanent home for 3 grizzly bears, or else they would be put to sleep. We had the space, but we didn't have the enclosure built. Harley Davidson of the Inland Empire donated $150,000 to help save these bears' lives.
Aww.
We obviously named Harley in honor of that. At 800 pounds, I think he lives up to the Harley Davidson name pretty well. Pretty good representative there. The amazing thing about these guys is that in the wild, grizzly bears separate. They don't live together as a family. This is the only family of grizzly bears still together in North America. Because of that, those two nurse off of Mom every day.
No way.
17 years later. 800-pound boy. Yeah, that they're nursing these crazy brother and sister. Scary. It is scary. They are very scary. So yeah, they probably found like a bird or something. Or something exciting.
They found more.
While they're fighting with each other.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I found it. No, I found it. It's mine. So that it is incredible. I have seen it happen several times on the feeding tour. So if you don't get a chance to see it today, come back another day. You might get a chance to see it. They obviously have an incredible bond with Mama. Now, grizzly bears are our native bear to California. That is what is on our state flag. But you will never see a grizzly bear in California unless it's in a zoological facility. That's because around 1901, 1920, we killed them all off. We thought they were too big and too scary, so we killed them all. The prey population went sky high. The ecosystem was all messed up. Yeah, these are incredible animals. The ecosystem got all screwed up, and we realized, whoops, we made a mistake. So we brought in black bears. So the only bear you'll see in California is a black bear. If you're going to a state like Montana, Wyoming, Alaska that has grizzly bears, you'll want to check with those state officials as to what to do, because these are a whole different breed of animal than black bears. I don't know what they found.
Are they being fed from over there?
No. They're fighting. Ayla! Harley!
Hey, any just
Ayla!
right?
They're just giving you guys a show. Like, he's trying to leave, and she's like, no, I'm not going to let you.
But then how do you feed these bears from inside those?
Yeah, so I'll explain how we feed them. What we do is at night, they sleep in those dens. You see the guillotine gates? They sleep in there at night. In the morning, we come in, we clean, we lay food out, and they come out. We close the guillotine gate. And then we go in, clean where they've slept, and then at the end of the night, we put more food in the dens, and they go back in. In the wintertime, though, bears are supposed to hibernate, right? Ayla!
I think it's pretty cool.
Ayla! Mom's embarrassed. Oh. There we go. Oh, she's such a brat. So these guys, bears normally hibernate. These guys don't have a need to. They get fed all year round. What happens with these guys instead of hibernating? They become super grumpy and super stubborn, and they show their intelligence. Instead of locking down at night so we can clean, they decide, I want the whole place to myself. They will actually tag team who gets to go and get food so that they can have complete access. And we're like at their mercy for a couple weeks until they decide, okay, I want my room cleaned for me. And then they'll listen. They are super smart. They have the hump on their back. Black bears do not have that. Black bears have more of the silhouette, like the bear paint, the BEHR paint can. It's an excellent example of what a black bear silhouette is. So these grizzly bears could be twice as big as black bears, huge humps, and they've also got a more roundish face. Black bears can be any color, so you can't just judge it by the color. When people are talking about brown bears, they're usually talking about the grizzly bears. And then, of course, the claws are like 2 or 3 times longer on these grizzly bears than the black bears. Incidentally, if you were to come across a black bear up here in our mountains, you'd want to pick up any little kids and put them on your shoulders, pick up any little pets that you have with you. Be as loud and as big as possible if it looks like the bear wants to approach you. If it's off in the distance, a black bear will usually just carry on. It's not really interested in attacking you unless you're in really close proximity. Don't run, as hard as it sounds, don't run, because you're just going to engage them in their predator drive to come after you. So these guys are omnivores. 75% of their diet is the fruits, nuts, vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Only 25% is the meat. So it just goes to show you, it's incredible that they can get that large on a mainly vegetarian diet. These guys don't realize that they're supposed to like salmon and trout, so they don't. However, our black bears and our bald eagles do. So if you do ever go fishing, you could bring us some. All right, so do you guys have questions? Oh, she's scratching. Do you guys have questions about our grizzly bears? Yes.
Do you carry bear spray when you're
We don't. Now, the only animals we don't go in the enclosure with is our grizzly bears, our black bears, and our bison because of their sheer size. We do have bear spray here, but we don't have to carry it with us because we're staying on the outside. And we're very careful. Any more questions about our grizzly bears? Well, usually there's a lot. Well, you guys want to go see the bobcats now? They're right on the